Heather Means was 15 years old and living in Ohio when she learned the awful news about her godmother and aunt.
I just met her. I was just with her, and I couldn't really believe it. It felt really surreal to me.
Heather remembers the sadness at the funeral and standing at Sally's grave.
Just having this thought in my head that just kept going around and around, which was, who did this to her? Was it somebody that she knew? Was she waiting for help that didn't come? That's the thing that has really haunted me.
And so a few years ago, Heather designed a website to bring attention to the case. Who Killed Sally Heet is filled with photos and details and a number of news articles published at the time. So you were told by the police that they know that the killer left out a back door of this apartment building?
Right, yes.
How do they know that?
Because they found blood on the wall by the back entrance. According to the police, there was blood on the wall that...
We can see into the hallway here,
right.
And I don't know what that leads to. Todd Williams is a cold case detective with the D.C. Police Department. He's been working on Sally's case for a few years now.
Sally had been stabbed several times. She was found on the floor of the living room. There was a lot of blood, as you would imagine.
Based on the evidence, police believe Sally was killed the night before her body was found and may have encountered the killer at the mailbox just inside the building's front door. On the morning of April 17, 1986, when Sally Heet didn't show up for work, her stepbrother and a co-worker came to her apartment building here, and when they got inside the front door, they found the door to her mailbox open.
She was found nude, and there's clearly a sexual component to the crime because of the nature of how she was found.
Detective Williams says the only thing taken from the apartment was Sally's raincoat, which the killer may have used to cover the blood that would have undoubtedly been on his clothing.
There was blood evidence in the hallway, and then there was blood evidence at the back door that led out to 6th Street.
Neighbors told detectives they heard screams that night but did not call the police. Detective Williams says so far they have not been able to obtain a DNA profile in the case, but the testing goes on.
The information that could help this investigation at this point is the person that did this may have told somebody, and at the time the person who heard the information may not have thought it meant anything, or may not have, believed it.
In the days after Sally's death, Heather Means found this postcard in the mail. It was sent to her by Sally, who was raving about a wonderful cruise she had just taken.
The person who, if they're still alive, who killed Sally, they've had 40 years of family and friends and life experiences, and Sally got stabbed to death in her own apartment. And they took her away from all the people who loved her. And that's the thing that it just goes around and around in my head sometimes.
Detective Williams and Heather Means both say they believe this case can still be solved all these years later. In the district, Paul Wagner, News 4.